Hey gang, James Sinclair here. Now, if I said to you, UK British entrepreneur, you'd probably say Sir Richard Branson. And in this video, I'm going to be discussing the witch hunt against that man. Richard Branson is the founder of the Virgin Group, a business that does $20 billion plus in annual sales. It's a huge business that ranges from cruise ships to airlines to trains to mobile phones and communications. And let me be absolutely frank, I'm a huge, massive fan of Sir Richard Branson. He taught me loads in his book, Losing My Virginity, which is not about losing virginity, it's a pun really, because his business is called Virgin. Get it? Well, now you understand the joke. Well, this is a fantastic book that taught me tons. Here's a little fact for you. Did you know that 35% of self-made millionaires in the United Kingdom are dyslexic? So Richard himself happens to be dyslexic. What Richard taught me in that fantastic book was this, that if you're not good at something, get someone else to do it. See, in the United Kingdom, when we go through our education system, we're taught this one fundamental flaw. Try again until you succeed. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Well, Richard had a new way of thinking. He said, well, if you can't do something, just employ someone to do it that's better than you. I mean, hello, what fantastic advice. And it was that advice that helped me build my £12 million revenue business that employs 450 people, with a lot of people that are better than me. Talking about employees, it really is these people that I worry about most. See, the Virgin Group employs 70,000 people across the globe, and a big chunk of them work for Virgin Atlantic. And Virgin Atlantic is the British airline that I'm so proud of. It's got great customer service, great teams. I love the flipping uniforms. I love that it carries the British flag, and I love that it gives that much needed competition to airfares to leaders like British Airways. And with the United Kingdom losing Thomas Cook in 2019, if we lost Virgin, then we'd be in a situation where we just had one main carrier, and I just don't want that for our country. Competition drives innovation, and innovation usually drives better customer service for consumers. And that's what I'm so proud of Richard Branson for. It's always innovating his companies. He did innovate airlines for the United Kingdom. He did make British Airways better, in my opinion, because Virgin really upped their game on customer service. Everyone else upped their game on customer service. And they're just brilliant at that. They've got great uniforms, they've got great staff that are so passionate about the airline, they want to be there. He's achieved this thing that great entrepreneurs achieve. You know, when you pay someone, you get their hands, but a great culture is when you pay someone and they give you your hands, but then they give you their heart because they want to, not because they need to. And that's what I feel a big chunk of Virgin employees that I've met over the years have. They have just that, a passion and drive, energy, enthusiasm and effort to deliver on the services of their customers. So back to my main point, grab yourself a cup of coffee, gang, and let's discuss why is there this witch hunt for Richard Branson and the Virgin Group. Firstly, Richard's said to have a net worth of £3.5 billion. That's a lot of money, but it's a net worth. It doesn't mean he's actually got that as cash in the bank. Yes, ladies and gents, he's a typical entrepreneur, just like me. So when he's got cash, he invests it. And when he invests that cash, they employ more people, they grow their business and drive the economy. Most entrepreneurs might be worth a lot of money, but that's because they've invested it into businesses to grow their businesses, because that's what they do. It's in their DNA. So stop saying that he's worth £3.5 billion and he's got £3.5 billion worth of cash in the bank. He's invested it in all sorts of companies that employs lots more people. So give the guy a break and let's work out how we can get this cash to him so that we can keep those people employed, which is going to, just think about this. Virgin Atlantic buys all of its engines for its aeroplanes from Rolls-Royce, another great British company. And that company, Rolls-Royce, employs loads of people that make all the airline parts. So if Virgin go and we have less competition in the airline industry, that means people in Rolls-Royce won't get so many hours, and then they won't be able to feed their family, and then the people that cut the people's hair that work for Rolls-Royce, let alone the Virgin employees, it just goes on and on. Just doesn't even bear thinking about. And then I've also read all these other bits and bobs, ladies and gents, about Richard suing the NHS, and I've done some investigative journalism into that myself. He hasn't really sued the NHS. Basically, the NHS accused Virgin Care, his so-called care company, about not doing some correct procedures, and he sued them because it wasn't true, and he won, and then he reinvested that money back into the NHS. It's not quite as much as the headlines say what happened happened. So my big view on this, guys, is don't just believe what the headlines say. When someone's successful, don't knock them down, because they have got feelings and they have staff, and those staff also have feelings. They're worried about their families. We should be supporting great British companies. I think Richard Branson is a great British entrepreneur. Yes, he lives in a Caribbean island. I couldn't care less. He pays all the taxes that he makes in the UK into the UK, which in turn drives our economy forward, pumps billions of pounds back into the UK economy. He's probably employed over 1 million people whilst he's been going as a business. And he's a brilliant entrepreneur. I don't care that he lives in a Caribbean island. I'm going to say it one more time. He's earned it. He's risked more than most. He's probably worked harder than most can even fathom to do what he's done. I salute him, and I salute all those Virgin employees. And all those Virgin employees, when you see the press slag off your company, know this: I will be flying Virgin again, and I will take to the skies with you, and I will be investing my hard-earned money into Virgin companies and taking my family on a Virgin holiday. And I can't wait for one day to go on the brand new Virgin Cruise business. Well done, Sir Richard, and well done those Virgin employees. Know this, there's plenty of people rooting for you. And I thought I'd just add in some stuff here from a Virgin employee. And I thought it's a really passionate post he's put there. It's not so much Richard Branson asking for money, it's the fabulous British airline that is Virgin Atlantic, who needs some temporary help. That same British UK registered airline that also employs more than 10,000 people. UK taxpayers themselves, despite the millions that the airline itself pumps into HMRC each and every single year. Oh, and it has already injected £250 million in cash into the Virgin Group. Richard Branson put £250 million of his own money into the Virgin Group to protect jobs. For someone who has created 50 years worth of companies, majority British, created probably hundreds of thousands of jobs, helped create a better competition, and alleviated what exceptional customer service, elevated what exceptional customer service looks like, I definitely think he deserves a break and deserves, quite frankly, a little more respect. And I say hear, hear, and I agree. And what this employee Virgin is saying, please do proper research and show him some respect and show the company and its staff some compassion. And I couldn't agree more. Richard Branson's wealth is not the same as his bank balance nor his cash ready to withdraw. It's the worth of the brand, the Virgin brand, and its assets. I think when you have a famous, well-known figurehead involved in the company, it's the easiest, most narrow-minded thing of attack. And quite frankly, guys, I haven't heard a peep out of anyone moaning about the £600 million that EasyJet have received of taxpayers' loans. This loan is going to be paid back, guys, with interest. And I'm just fed up of all the bitchiness that's going that way to all those employees.